To find the quadratic equation or the function for this parabola, we can start with the factor form because we know where the graph crosses the x-axis, also called the roots, the solutions, or the x-intercepts, at -5 and -1. So the general equation for the factor form is y equals to a times x minus p times x minus q, where my p and q, my p is going to be -5 and then q is going to be -1. So I'm going to plug in what we know. So we have y equals to a times x minus p. So since I have -5, so that will become +5 times x minus q. So my q is -1. So negative is going to become +1. The next thing I need to find is the value of the a. So to find the value of the a, I can plug in a point that contains an x and a y. So you can either use the vertex point here because that's the maximum of this parabola, or you can use the y-intercept. It doesn't matter. So we are going to use our vertex here where the x value is -3 and then your y value is +8. So this is your y value and this is your x value. So now we're going to plug in into this equation. So y equals, so that's same thing as 8 equals to a times x is -3 plus 5 times x is -3 and then plus 1. Now we're going to simplify this equation. So this will give us a equals to a times -3 plus 5 is +2 times -3 plus 1 is -2. So now you're going to multiply 2 times -2, which is -4, and then bring down the a, and then divide both sides by -4 to find the value of a, which is -2. So now we know what a is. So go back to your equation. You're going to replace that a with -2, and this is the quadratic equation in the factor form. For the vertex form, the general equation is y equals to a times x minus h squared plus k, where the vertex is your h and k. So we know what the vertex is for this parabola because that's the maximum point here. And we said earlier that was -3 and +8. And we know what a value is as well. From earlier problem, we said that a equals to -2. So I can go ahead and plug in this equation. So we have y equals to a, which is -2, times x minus h. So since my h is already negative becomes +3 squared, and then plus k. My k value is +8. And this is the quadratic equation in the vertex form. For the standard form, the equation is y equals to ax squared plus bx plus c. So you can either use the factor form or the vertex form to convert it into the standard form. So we are going to use the factor form where we're going to multiply x plus 5 times x plus 1 using the table method. So we have x plus 5 times x plus 1. So that will give us x squared plus 5x plus 1x and then plus 5. Don't forget to add the like terms. So we have y equals to, don't forget to bring the -2 down in front of the parentheses. So we have -2 times x squared plus 1x plus 5x is 6x plus 5. And the last step is distribute everything by -2. So my final equation for the standard form is y equals to -2x squared minus 12x minus 10.